In Whisk, you have two very important options, the seed and the precise reference. These ones are key to control your images. Let's go to Whisk and learn what they can do. If you go to Whisk, at the very bottom, you have the settings. If you click right here, you have two different options. You have the seed, which is something that you can lock, and then you have the precise reference, which is something that you can turn on and turn off. When you create an image, every AI image starts with a seed. Think of this as a starting number of a visual noise. This value is like the DNA that the AI uses to build your images. So every time that you prompt something, like for example, a woman walking on the street, this will be my example, the seed is going to be this number, and you need to remember this number. If I run this, of course we will get the images, but then if I want to run it again, notice that we have a different number. So every time that you run it, you will be assigned to a new number. You will be getting a new one. This is one of the reasons why you get different results every time that you prompt. Even if you do the same prompt, you always get something a little bit different. By prompting a woman walking on the street, if I go to the first two, we can see that they are pretty similar. But then on the other two, we had a different seed. So they are a little bit different in comparison with the other ones. And if I keep running the same prompt with a different seed, we will be getting different variations of the same idea. There we go. This one is a little bit different from the other ones. So what happens if we lock the seed? First, I'm going to start with no images and I will go to the seed. It's not locked and I will just run this prompt. Now that we get something, I'm going to go right here and I'm going to be locking the seed. And then I will run the same prompt again, and I'm going to run the same prompt one more time. And I'm using the same prompt and the same seed. Once we get the images, do we get the exact same image by locking the seed? Well, not quite. As you can see, all the images are pretty different. The woman, it's not the same. The pose is not the same. The framing and composition or the camera angle, it's not the same. Same again, it's similar, but not the same. In Gen AI, locking the seed doesn't give you a 100% copy. What locking the seed does, it locks the visual identity. And this is just very useful because you can keep the same look by prompting the same thing, and you just get changes by keeping, of course, the same vibe. For example, I will go here and take this woman as an example. I'm gonna go here and just drop it as a subject. Just like before, I will delete all the generations so we can start from the scratch. I will go right here, open it, and the seed is locked. I'm going to unlock the seed and maybe change the number. I'm going to turn off the precise reference. You will see why in a minute. Then make sure that the subject is checked. I'm going to prompt for the same thing, a woman walking on the street. I'm going to run this generation, remember, not locked, and we have the precise reference off. I'm going to run it, and I'm going to run it a couple more times. Okay, so for the most part, we get something very similar in terms of what the subject is. But we do get some tiny changes. Maybe the background is changing a little bit, is shifting a little bit on all generations. The hair is also changing a tiny little bit, and also notice the composition is a little bit different. Remember, we are using different seeds and we are not using precise reference. So now I'm going to lock this seed. I'm going to go right here at the top and delete everything. And I'm deleting all the images so we can really compare when we run multiple generations by locking the seed. Now the seed is locked and we are locking the subject. And also make sure that the precise reference is off. This is important. I'm going to go here and run the prompt 3 times. Remember that the seed that we are using for all the generations is the same seed. Okay, so we get the generations, and what can you notice? Maybe this one is not the best example. This one is different from the other ones, mainly because of the pose, but take a look at the composition, how the background is. We have a light right here that it's consistent on all the different generations. The pavement on the street, it's completely wet. If we keep moving forward, we get generations that are very close to what we have on the reference. But all the different generations that we get are really close to each other. And this is because we are locking the seed. In conclusion, by locking the seed, especially if you have a subject locked, you're not locking or just trying to get the same generation. What you do, you lock to a vibe, maybe a layout or a background or a composition to be, similar to the other generations. If you think about this, this is a way of letting the AI model being a little bit less creative every time that you run a new generation. That's pretty much what it is. Then we have the other option, the precise reference. I'm going to keep the seed locked. I'm going to turn this option on. And just like before, I'm going to delete all of this and start over. The precise reference is a way of telling Nano Banana how much is allowed to deviate from the locked subject or scene or layout. When you have a locked subject, a locked seed, and a precise reference on, the AI will give you the same image. I mean, it's almost like a perfect copy of the reference that you're using. For example, I will start over. Precise reference is on. We have the defaults right here. I'm going to prompt a woman walking on the street. Okay, so I will take this image and drop it as a subject. I'm going to delete this one. We are not going to use it. And I'm going to go right here to the settings. I'm going to lock to the subject, lock to the seed, and keep the precise reference on. So we are locking it 3 times. Since we are locking to the same seed that we use to generate this image, when we lock the subject, we lock the seed, which is everything else, and also we have precise reference. You're kind of not letting the AI model be creative. I'm going to just prove it. I'm going to run it, and remember, everything is locked. I'm going to run it a couple more times. So we should be getting 4 new generations. All right, so notice what we get back. Almost all images are pretty much the same. We have tiny little changes. Look at the feet of the woman, maybe the pose, but maybe the man at the back, notice it's pretty much the same. The taxis, the city, everything looks pretty much the same. This one is the only one where it changed the pose of the woman. But again, we have the man at the back and the caps and everything else. So what we get back, it's not a 100% copy of the subject reference. We get something that looks pretty much the same with tiny little changes. So how is this useful? What you can do, you can make specific edits. Remember, we are locking everything, but we are using the same prompt, a woman walking on the street. So I can change the prompt, but keep the background the same woman and maybe change something on that image, something very specific. For example, I could go to the prompt and add that she's wearing something else. Now my prompt is a woman wearing a red dress walking on the street. Since we are locking everything, what we should be getting is pretty much the same, but with the red dress. That's it. So I'm gonna just run the prompt a couple times. And when we get the results, we can see it's pretty much the same framing, composition, almost the same post on all the different images, and she is wearing a red dress. So this is a perfect way of maybe having a subject and prompting for something else and adding something just to get the same image, but with edits. Now, since we are locking everything, what happens when we start unlocking things? I will go right here and unlock the precise reference, but we are still locking the seed and locking the subject. I will do the same, a woman wearing a red dress walking on the street. I'm gonna run it maybe twice, and what we get back is a lot more variation. So we are letting the AI model be a little bit more creative. The subject, it's not exactly the same, it's not the same subject. We can see it on almost all the pictures, all the images, but it's, pretty close to the subject reference. If I go to the settings and I unlock the seed, I'm going to go here and just run it a couple times. What we are doing right now is letting the AI model almost off the leash. And what we get back by unlocking all of this is just more variation, more creativity. The subject might change, the clothing, the shoes, maybe the pants, the background or the city. It's kind of changing, but not, changing a lot. Still, Whisk is really trained to be consistent. It's trained on consistency. That's the whole point of Whisk. If we go up and we see all the generations, they're not the same, but they are pretty close. Even if we lock or we unlock the seed, Whisk will always try to be consistent. In conclusion, by unlocking or locking, you're deciding how much freedom the AI model has to create the new generations. And that's it. So hopefully now you understand the precise reference and the seed and how to use it on your productions. If you liked all of this, please like and subscribe. This channel is supported by viewers only. To support this channel, you can buy me a coffee through PayPal, YouTube Thanks, Patreon, or you can join one of my courses. All the links are at the description below.